Hello everybody, it is time for the answers for DD206. If you did not do the dictation, if you did not try the dictation, click on one of these, the original video or the dictation section. It's 30 some words. I think I said 18, but it's actually about 30 words. Most of you did a good job. So, did you listen? Okay, let's go ahead and check out the answers. I have to change to South African accent. If I asked you, what are the oldest man-made structures on Earth, what would probably come to mind are the pyramids or Stonehenge or one of the many other impressive ancient stone ruins. That was probably terrible South African accent English, so let me try American. If I asked you, what are the oldest man-made structures on Earth? What would probably come to mind are the pyramids, or Stonehenge, or one of the many other impressive ancient stone ruins. Once again, you guys did really, really good. Let's go back. If I asked you, connect the sounds, if I asked you, listen carefully, and you do hear this D. Asked you, if we say it really fast, it sounds like a chew, so it would be like asked you, but if you listen carefully, asked you, if I asked you, if I asked you, and now, comma, quotation, what are the oldest man-made structures on Earth? What are the oldest man-made? If we say this really fast, the T sound can disappear, or we can keep it oldest man-made, made by man, structures. What are structures? Buildings, or pyramids, or obelisks, like from Egypt, or on Easter Island, the statues, the Colossus, the Tower of Babylon. These are man-made structures. The Great Wall of China. These are all man-made structures. What are the oldest man-made structures on Earth? The pyramids, Stonehenge, Easter Island statues, Machu Picchu. What would probably come to mind? Let me change this. You would probably think of, and then this is, what would probably come to mind are, or you would probably think of the pyramids. So we have two choices. You would probably think of the pyramids, or what would probably come to mind are the pyramids or Stonehenge, etc., etc. Okay? So, come to mind. What comes to mind? What do you think of? If I say color, what comes to mind? Blue, red, green, yellow. If I say food, what comes to mind? Spaghetti, chocolate, cake. If I say drinks or beverages, what comes to mind? Beer, tea, milk, water. If I say animal, what comes to mind? An elephant, a giraffe, a cat, a dog. Did you match me? Is my thinking a little bit strange? So what comes to mind? What do you think of? So if I asked you, what are the oldest man-made structures on Earth? You might think of the pyramids. what would probably come to mind are the pyramids. We know the pyramids in Egypt. Or Stonehenge. Stonehenge in England. I think it's England. Is it Wales? I'm sure it's England. In the UK. Everybody knows Stonehenge. Or one of the many other impressive ancient stone ruins. Okay? So you might think of the pyramids, you might think of Stonehenge, or one of the many other, there are many others. Baalbek, there's Easter Island, there's the Great Wall of China, there's Peru, Machu Picchu, there's the Aztec temples and the Mayan temples in Mexico and Central America. There's the Olmecs in Central America. There are things everywhere. There's the dolmen in Ireland. And there's a pyramid in Europe, somewhere in the middle of Europe. I can't remember. Bulgaria? Is that where it is? I can't remember. There are these old, ancient, huge, amazing, impressive, astonishing, ancient, really, really old stone ruins. Oh, now he talked about structures here, but now he says ruins. What are ruins? Ruins are old structures that are not in good shape. They've fallen down. They're broken because of time. And when we say ruins, the perfect image would be Greece or Italy, like in Rome or in Athens. You have the Colosseum and the other fantastic buildings. I can only think of the Colosseum. What else is there? The Leaning Tower of Pisa. The Parthenon. Thank you. These are ruins, because if we go to the Colosseum, wow, it's amazing, but it's also falling down. It's crumbling. It's not usable. It is a ruin. The building is in ruins. Okay? So maybe in 200 or 400 or 1,000 years in America, we have the Statue of Liberty. It might be in ruins. Or in Paris, there's the Eiffel Tower, but it might be in ruins. I hope not. I hope it's still there, perfect in all its metallic glory, but it might be in ruins after a long time. Did you ever think about that? That's what happens. Okay, now there was a question. Let me go to the question. Somebody had a really good question, and I wrote it down. Okay. What is the difference in the sounds of other, are there, and are the? So we have the words, what are the? Okay, so what are the, what other, and what are there? Pronunciation. So, what other? What other? Can you see that? I hope so. What other? What are the? What are the? What are there? What are there? What other? What are the? What are there? They're very different sounds, but I know it's quite similar. So perfect pronunciation. What other? Other. Other. What are the? Are the? Are the? What are there? Are there? Are there? Other. Are there? Are the? Other. Are the? Are there? Work on these pronunciation differences. They are totally different to the native English speaker. So if it's confusing for you, master the pronunciation. It's the TH and the R sound. You've got to master it. It's not easy. If I asked you, what are the oldest man-made structures? What are the oldest man-made structures on Earth? what would probably come to mind, what would probably come to mind are the pyramids, are the pyramids, are the pyramids. Or Stonehenge, Stonehenge, pyramids, pyramids, pyramids. Stonehenge, Stonehenge, Stonehenge. Or one of the many other, one of the many other, one of the many other impressive, impressive, ancient, ancient stone ruins. Stone ruins. Okay? I hope you understand the meaning, and I hope that you can handle the pronunciation. Lots of interesting answers. I asked, what do you think is the answer? And Yuri from Russia says the Baalbek structures, the area in Baalbek, which is in Lebanon. Amazing stone structures, man-made stone structures, huge, colossal, unbelievably large. Maybe that's the oldest. Some people believe so. If you watch the video, the man talks about a stone circle that he didn't find, but that has been discovered in South Africa. And it's very similar to Stonehenge. But he believes it's at least 25,000 years old. He thinks it might be 75,000 years old. Wow, that's amazing. If that's true, it really changes history. I'm familiar once again with, in Turkey, Göbekli Tepe, I think that's how you pronounce it, they say is at least 9,000 years old. 9,000 years old. My goodness. But once again, it's stone, and they cannot date the stone. They need something around the stone to date it, something with carbon, which makes it very, very difficult. I guess we will never know. And maybe there are more important things to study and to worry about. But personally, I really like thinking about the ancient world, and I don't know why, but I'm just fascinated with it. I hope it's interesting, and I hope that you watched the entire video. Now, let's read the story 2 more times, once slowly, and the second time a little bit faster, okay? Here we go. If I asked you, what are the oldest man-made structures on Earth? What would probably come to mind are the pyramids, or Stonehenge, or one of the many other impressive ancient stone ruins. If I asked you what are the oldest man-made structures on Earth, what would probably come to mind are the pyramids, or Stonehenge, or one of the many other impressive ancient stone ruins. Alright, that is the end of DD 206. A little bit long, but once again, you guys did a great job. DD 207 will be easier and shorter. So I hope to see you next lesson. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.